Back to the QB film room here. We're at a critical juncture in the 2015 season. We're entering 2016. That means one thing for NFL fans. It's playoff time, folks. The field of 16 is now set officially. There's some teams that had opportunities in Week 17 to make the playoffs, and they couldn't capitalize on that chance, i.e. the New York Jets, who just can't seem to get past Rex Ryan and that Buffalo Bills defense as they went up to Orchard Park yesterday. Ryan Fitzpatrick ended up throwing 2 interceptions, costly picks, missed opportunities for the Jets, and they will not be heading to the big dance after what looked like for weeks a team that was playing and clicking on all cylinders. And even at times yesterday, they were playing well for stretches. But it's going to be a long offseason up there in Florham Park. It'll be interesting to see what the Jets do with Fitzpatrick after he touchdown passes in a season. So Fitz magic proved his worth, but they have a decision to make up there in the Big Apple. Aaron Rodgers and the Packers get stonewalled by that Mike Zimmer-led defense last night, Sunday Night Football. And what continues to stand out to me is Rodgers just gets pummeled week after week. That Mike McCarthy offense is just not making any progress, any real progress in terms of play design, route design, making sure Rodgers has open wide receivers. These guys are just getting jammed consistently at the line of scrimmage, and that offensive line is patchwork at best heading into the playoffs where the Packers head to D.C., for the late game next Sunday. I mean, it would not shock me if the Redskins and Jay Gruden, Kirk Cousins steamroll Green Bay. Philly, it's been a busy week here in the National Football League. Chip Kelly obviously got fired on Tuesday. They will have a new coach here shortly. There's been rumors that they may be bringing in ex-Eagle quarterback Doug Peterson, who's now an assistant to Andy Reid down in Kansas City, to interview for the job. They already interviewed former Eagle running back Deuce Staley. There's been rumblings about New Orleans coach Sean Payton possibly heading up to Philly, so it'll be interesting to see how that falls. But more importantly, I think, is Sam Bradford. And, he was playing on a 1-year deal this year in Philly. So he's a free agent. And over the past 8 to 9 weeks, Bradford was pretty much playing at a Pro Bowl level. So, again, they have a decision to make about Bradford. What will he, what sort of extension / offer will he be, offered? And what will his true market value be? I would expect Bradford's agent to really push it upwards into $16 to $18 million a year. And they'll obviously want a multi-year deal. So Philly's going to have another choice, another decision on to make on Bradford. San Francisco, Blaine Gabbert played well yesterday. He led them to a late victory against the Rams. He played pretty well in his opportunity this season. So what will he be doing next year? Will he stay in San Francisco, or will some team bring him in to possibly start? A lot of things happening in the National Football League. We can't go without talking about Johnny Football here. Obviously, it was reported that Johnny was in Las Vegas Saturday night, the night before the last game of the Browns season. He didn't report to the 9 a.m. concussion protocol on Sunday morning. He was not at the stadium. Obviously, the Browns just fired Mike Pettin. They fired the GM, Ray Farmer. Manziel maybe flat out just wanting to get out of the mistake by the lake here. So possibly he ends up in Dallas, but an interesting last weekend for sure here in the National Football League of the regular season, that is, and the playoffs begin.